Coming up. Come up now. Can't stop me. You coming up.
Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys today? Unfortunately, but it's okay. It is just me today with our guest, April. We switched. I was away last week, and now she is doing something with her daughter. So, we are, come on in the room. Welcome to House of Peach. Welcome to House of Peach. Hop the series. So, I'm super excited about tonight. I literally just walked in the house from a week in Disney. It was my 20th high school reunion, and I got to see people that I haven't seen literally in 20 years, and some that I haven't seen in as little as about 4. So it was really, really nice to be able to connect, be able to meet everyone's kids, be able to catch up, and then obviously spend time. The kids, my husband, my mother-in-law came. So it was definitely a really, really nice trip. So I am literally just getting back in. But we had a really good time. It's my first time ever driving to Florida. I don't know if any of you guys have ever driven to Florida, but that is a task and a half. But I can say I did it. I will only do it again if I have to, but it actually was not that bad. It wasn't that bad. And it's nice to be able to have multiple people to be able to drive, and it kind of makes it a little bit easier. Surprisingly, my 4-year-old, our producer Pete said that ride sucks. Yes, most definitely. But my 4-year-old actually was phenomenal. And I wasn't sure really what to expect because he cannot stand just going back to our old town, which is about 15 minutes away. So he's like, oh, it's too long. So, yeah, I was like, that was definitely it. Disney, is always Disney. We had a 3-day park pass. I'm definitely going to, do some reels because you guys know I finally got to go to Epcot as now an adult. So I feel like I can appreciate that park a little bit more than I think I ever could or have in the multiple times that I've gone. But why did we go to, just to backtrack for a second, we went to Disney because that is where we actually went for our senior trip. So, to commemorate and really hit, a milestone like 20, it was like, hey, why don't we just kind of recreate this? And it was nice because it was a small group. Not that, we had a huge class anyway. It really didn't. I was like 48, I think 49 of us. So, but, and still, I was like, it was really nice to be able to see the kids. But back to Noah real quick. He, when I say I'm like super impressed, lines were absolutely ridiculous. We stood online at Epcot for the Ratatouille ride. And now let me tell you, that was probably one of the most amazing rides I've ever been on. But almost 3 hours. The line wait, they lied for that one. Because when we got on the line, it said 80 minutes, and we're like, okay, maybe we can finagle this and make it work. No. And every time we turned around, we went another round, and it was another just winding line. But like I said, all in all, it really was worth it. We did like that ride a lot. And we did Hollywood Studios first. There was definitely a lot of things for small children as well as older. We tried to pick parks that were going to work a little bit better for both age ranges of children. And so it was, and I'm not necessarily like the biggest roller coaster rider. So it was nice that my husband could take my older one, and they hit some rides that we knew that, my younger one wasn't going to be able to, ride due to height requirement, or just he's not ready for that yet kind of thing. And and so then my mother-in-law went with him to the other ride, so we were able to split up. And then things that didn't need a height requirement, like my new favorite, the Enchanted Tiki Room in Magic Kingdom. Holy smokes, Batman! As many times as I've ever been, I have never been the Enchanted Tiki Room, and I believe, don't quote me, but it might be in Fantasyland. No, Adventureland. That's where it is, because it's right next to the magic carpet ride with the camels that spit on you. And in the words of Noah, it was refreshing though. So anyway, that was that. It was, like I said, it was very, very nice. It was a nice time, and it was nice to, like I said, reconnect, to meet some of my friends' children for the first time, because the last time I saw them, they weren't parents. So now that they are, to see the growth in everyone, and, how everyone parents, how the children are literal miniature versions of, the people that I remember in high school, which is absolutely funny. It was awesome. So, I highly recommend doing that Disney bit. My girlfriend Sierra, I would love to get her on here. Yeah, that's definitely in the works as well. But she is a fantastic, and I'm not just saying this because I went to high school with her and she's my friend, but when I say for real, she is probably one of the most fantastic travel agents I have ever used. Fantastic. And especially when it comes to Disney. She does other travel bookings, but Disney, when I say that's her thing, she is so knowledgeable. Her recommendations are a top tier. We ended up doing a photo pass, which was great, because every time they took pictures of us, or we asked for someone to just take a picture, they took professional pictures, and then they just dinged my phone. They went straight to my phone. It was worth the $169 to have pictures for all 3 days wherever we wanted them. And now you didn't have to worry about, is someone's face looking crazy, not being able to get everyone in the shot, not the whole thing. And so, like I said, we hit 3 parks, tons and tons of great pictures. They really captured, the looks on, our faces meeting the different characters and stuff like that. Just absolute ball. So yes, her name is Sierra Pepe. If you guys are interested, will definitely share her information. But like I said, we will definitely have her here as a guest as well. So a little bit about tonight, as I believe I'm still waiting for my guest for just a moment. But it is the actual end of October, which is crazy. But October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And so that is going to be, our topic today. We have a breast cancer survivor. She's someone that we know and love personally. So I'm excited. I can't wait to be able to talk to her about her journey, and to be able to hear and shed some insight on what it's been like, from, as far as her journey is concerned, and then any information that she would like to share for us, and knowledge that she'd like to share, so that we can, stay abreast of what is going on. As a doula, I can at least share that breastfeeding is actually very, very helpful in helping to prevent breast cancer. There are also a lot of different foods that we can eat that contribute to breast health, and just feminine health in general, your reproductive organs as well. So these are things that, not necessarily as we get older, but we just in general need to be mindful of when it comes to our health. We are what we eat. And when it comes to, wanting to be able to live out this purpose, and, create these businesses that we're talking about, or that are possibly coming into fruition from watching this show, We want to be intentional about what we're putting in our bodies. And then if nothing else, if it has nothing to do with that, because there are a lot of causes for, cancer. Um, we don't necessarily always pinpoint, we don't necessarily always know, but we can do things to be preventative, or we can, for those who are really not into medications, find holistic things and be able to eat, and or drink or use herbs to be able to help ameliorate if you do end up being, diagnosed with cancer, or just being in the preventative mode. Um, Obviously, we know that exercise is something that is necessary for us. I'm big into the outdoors. Let's ground. Just about to want to hug a tree. That's good for the mental and the body as well. So tree hugging, although we like to laugh about it, is actually something that is very beneficial to both and mental and physical health. So, well, she's almost in, and I'm super, super ready. If you haven't already, we have a QR code that will be up in a moment. Please like, share, and subscribe. This way you know when we will be doing events, all of our happenings, how we plan on growing in 2024. If you are interested in being a guest on our show, we still do have some slots, I believe, now for December. We might be full for November. So definitely for December, for the end of the year, I would love to hear from you. You can send either myself a message on Facebook or on Instagram. You can email us, also send a message to House of Peach, April included. Send her a message and just be like, hey, I'd like to be considered. And then we can be able to put you on the schedule. Next week, we have our He Said, She Said. That's how we love to close out the end of each month now. So I'm actually kind of excited about that as well, to see who we have on and the different perspectives that we have. For those of you who don't know, our He Said, She Said segment is where there's zero judgment. As one of my good friends says, we don't yuck anyone's yum, but we want an honest, safe space for everyone to be able to give opinions. And so at this point in time, hey, that's what we do at the end of every month. And so we have a lot of very interesting topics, and I love hearing everybody's opinion on it. So without further ado, Smack, how you doing? How you doing?
How you doing?
Good. I am doing well. Look, we both just coming in the door. Been a busy day. We busy women.
Hold on, let me see. Can you see me okay?
I can. Okay. Yep. That fills the box a little bit more and better. Yep.
All right. I don't know what's going on. It's a little different. A lot of lights in here, as you can see.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I miss your face. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while.
I know. I've been busy. How's everything been going?
Good. I was telling the audience just a minute ago, I too was just walking back in the house, but I'm coming from Disney with the kids for a week. So that was definitely it. And as Peach empathized, that ride does suck, but it's an adventure.
I've been to Disney twice, and I have rode once, but all from here on out been flying, because that's too much.
Exactly. Well, I mean, I was like, when it comes down to what they have changed the prices to now, it was a little bit more economical to drive this time with our, party number. But it was, like I said, it was an experience. But this is I'm in the midst of the next phase as far as business. So I know that it's gonna come where, hey, we about to, oh, what? This is what the plane flight is for all six of us? Sure. That's what we try to do. You know what I mean? So tell the people, introduce yourself, let them know who you are, what you
Okay.
do, a little about yourself.
My name is Vonda Smack. Everybody calls me Smack or Smack the Indie Plug. I do a lot of things. I'm a business owner, entrepreneur. Um, let's see. I'm an activist, a freedom fighter. Um, I care about racial justice as well as everybody being treated equally. And I'm very heavy on probation and police reform. And that girl crazy. Ann Pierce is my girlfriend, Peach. She picking with me, y'all.
Yo, she definitely is hilarious.
And I am a breast cancer survivor. I am a war.
Yes,
You know,
that's what it is.
all my survivors and all my warriors out there. Big shout out to y'all, man. Keep pushing. Let's keep doing this. And I'm still in treatment. I'm on my last treatment now.
Wonderful, wonderful. Oh, wow.
Yes.
Awesome, awesome. So tell us a little bit about, I guess, your journey so far as cancer. What was it like? What was it like to be told that you have breast cancer?
Um, I'll never forget when I got the call. Well, one, you turn 50. When you turn 50, your doctor, I have a good doctor, wants to get all these tests done, but I was already getting mammograms done. So I was like, oh, let me knock out the first one first. He wanted a mammogram, pelvic exam and colonoscopy. I said, let's do the easy one first. Let's get the mammogram. So set up that appointment first. And they called the very next day and was like, Miss Smack, we need to bring you back in to, do some more tests. We think we found something. I said, what you mean you found something? Well, we just want to be sure. So when I came in and they spoke to me and all that good stuff, they did find something. We had to make sure it was benign, and it wasn't. Come to find out, it was cancer, breast cancer. And I remember calling my girl first, and she said, you ain't got nothing, you all right, And she was like, well, we're going to see and we'll deal with it when it comes. And, don't claim nothing, you know what I'm saying? So after all the tests and everything, I don't know. Are you hearing like a back? I'm hearing something in the background. I don't know what it is. Might be
Just
me.
might be muffled.
Oh, okay. And so we went, everything just kind of moved. To me, it was moving too fast. Everything was just moving fast. My mom, my girlfriend, everybody just stepped in, and then I just went into like a little mental shock. Like I couldn't believe me. Like, what am I going to do? You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Queen. I'm like, oh man, what am I going to do? You know what I'm saying? I had a lot going on. At a job. You know what I'm saying? Okay, what's going to happen to me with everything I had going on at the time. And I felt like this was my year. You know what I'm saying? For me to really get some things done that I wanted to get done, as far as radio, as far as bringing back showcases for the artists. It was just a lot that I had planned out. And so what I did, okay, she's trying to get me straight here. Let me see what's going on. Okay. I guess. I'm a new iPad user, so she's helping me out here.
Okay.
I didn't mean to say that on live, but so like basically I just thank God that he had the right people in my life at the right time because I didn't know what to do. It just moved so fast. First was the surgery, okay, they cut the lump out, I'm thinking that's done. Then they talk about, oh no, you gotta go to oncology, like they had already said all this, but I wasn't paying any attention. And so I said, I can't keep this in. I need to share it. I just kept hearing the words release kept coming, the words release, like release it, and so I got on live and I just told everybody what I was dealing with. And a lady by the name of Lisa Scott came into my life and just helped me out. She became my mentor. You know, I remember before I even had the surgery, going to the cancer center and sitting there for hours, just sitting and observing the people who were coming in and what they looked like going out, trying to get a glimpse of what I was getting ready to go through. And that's how I met the social worker. That's how I met another board member on my team, Robin. Didn't know she worked there. Her and I worked together for over 6 years. And man, I just felt like, okay, I get it now, God. I get what my God was telling me. He was telling me to release so I can send you the angels that's going to help you get through it. You know what I mean? The people that you need. And so I didn't want to read no reports. I didn't want to know nothing. I just knew that I had breast cancer. And I knew that I had to go through a lot, that my life was about to change. And I went through chemo. And I remember Lisa and also another mentor that Delaware Breast Cancer Coalition gave me by the name of Karen told me that I control move at your speed. And that's one thing that I did throughout this whole process. When you're working a job and you're out on short-term disability, they try to rush you. You know what I'm saying? Certain things only carry, and I didn't want to worry about that. My God told me, don't worry about that. I got you. You know what I'm saying? I had my brothers there. I had my family, my girl. Like, don't worry about finances. We got you. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I created Fight Like Smack, telling my story on social media. And everybody just kept saying, fight, smack, fight, because I was always crying. I said, hey, fight like smack. They said, come on, fight like smack. And I was like, yo, fight. I came up with fight like smack because that's something that my mom and my dad always told me. And they're both cancer survivors as well.
Really?
My dad had prostate. My mother had multiple myeloma. So that's where the fight like smack, my nonprofit came from. Will be in full swing in 2024.
Yes.
But I went through, I started my process on August the 9th. And I rang the bell for chemo on February the 9th. I started radiation in March, completed that the end of May. I was going every day, getting radiation 5 days a week. And but it may have take other people shorter time, but I controlled the narrative. I like, every days I went in for chemo, I'm like, I can't do it. Like, I was just in so much pain. I lost all my hair. My nails turned black. I had mouth sores. I had swelling in my body from the chemo. I developed something called neuropathy, and I'm on medication for that. And yeah, my life is really it's changed, but I'm happy, and I'm not afraid or ashamed to say that I go to a psychiatrist and a therapist, because you're looking at a person 2 years ago who was very active. I was everywhere I wanted to be, doing things for my community, and all of that changed. And I had to let all my people know that, look, it's me right now. I can't worry about what, y'all got going on. I got to take care of me.
Mhm.
When I'm done taking care of me, then I could come back and help y'all out. I feel like my God put me here to be a helper. So that's how it went down. I had my good days and my bad. Big shout out to Family First Funeral Services. I remember they did this drive by thing. I didn't know what was going on. It was crazy. Um, my friend Chrissy at the time, she said, "Yo, somebody here for you." All I saw, and if you know anything about a funeral home, a lot of they had them Chevy Tahoes, or I don't know what they were. They was all blacked out, and I thought it was the cops, and it was Ty Savage and her husband from the founders of Family First Funeral Services, and they presented me with $500 check, and I was like, I don't even know how I'm gonna pay my bills this month. You know what I mean? Because you know how short term and long term is. You only get a portion of the paycheck. And uh, since that day, I mean, the whole time that I've been out of work, God makes sure that my bills got paid every month. And I'm not saying that like when I tell people I have a testimony. I have a testimony. Like I was getting a piece of paycheck, but money was rolling in through my Cash App. Money was coming in the mail. Money was, and I never had Zelle. Got a Zelle because my baby brother, he's like, you got Zelle? Never knew what Zelle was. Got a Zelle, and money would just be coming in. Bills are taken care of. What I was short came through, and I just said, that's nothing but um, you know the reflection of the people in my community, my family, and that it just really touched me. And people I went to school with, I remember one day one of my friends was like, you shared your grandmother with us, and now you sharing your story. You really touched me. What's your Cash App? One girl's like, I want to buy you lunch today. And so she sent me a lot of money. It was enough for me to pay my cell phone bill. It was going to be cut off. And I said, that got me lunch and my phone bill paid. I said, thank you. And then the next thing you know, one of my school friends that I grew up with, she was like, yo, I need to know your Cash App. And I said, it's Fight Like Smack. And man, I just began dancing in the middle of my living room. I'll never forget it because I just gotten a message from Xfinity talking about got to pay your bill or we're going to terminate your services. You need cable. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, wow. So I looked and my friend had sent me a lot of money. And she was like, I was blessed and I'm blessing you. So big shout out to my friend. She know who she is. We grew up together. Our older siblings were friends, and me and her were friends. We went to school together, so I appreciate that. And it's just like this whole situation, you know what I'm saying, really brought me closer to my God. And people say, "Why you say you're God?" Because I said he's mine.
Mhm. That he is.
You know
That
what I mean? He's my God. He's who I
Mm-hmm.
pray to. And just different organizations I belong to began pouring into me financially to help me out, um, giving me small things to do, you know, um, while I was doing chemo and things like that. I appreciate it. It's things that I could do from home or laying in the bed, you know what I'm saying? But it helped me with paying my bills. And I'm so forever grateful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Um, so you say that as far as your therapist is a is part of having that dealing with um, I guess the medical, the diagnosis bit, but then also, like you said, just how do I deal with not being able to move like I normally do, or even the job, like how do you mentally handle not being able to work the way or move the way that you would, in this moment. And I do want to go back to the fact that, well, like you said, when you got your diagnosis, you were like, it's got to be about me right now.
You said, say that again. You said when I
You had,
got my
you had
diagnosis.
said, yeah, I said when you were diagnosed, you had to tell, the people that you were working with at the time, like, you know what, hey guys, I apologize, I gotta pause, but right now I gotta take care of me.
Yeah.
I want you to, talk about that a little bit because, us as entrepreneurs, sometimes one of the biggest things that we do is run ourselves into the ground. And the crazy thing is, if you don't take care of you, then you're not going to be able to do what you're supposed to do. So just, touch on that. And as far as just how, therapy has been helping you throughout this
Oh,
journey.
okay. So when I'm a person, a lot of people hit me up for advice. Like they may
Mhm.
have something going on, and it could be anything. I'm very resourceful, and that's it. A lot of people in my community, or something may be going on in the community that needs a councilman's attention, or vice versa. These are things that we talk about. Smack, who do I call? And so I had to shut all that down. So
Mhm.
when I said, and then to my team that was helping me with radio, I said we have enough shows that in the mix radio can replay the shows. So my engineer who was helping me, I shut that down. I said I can't think straight. I gotta have what energy I am gonna have to take care of me. And I took like my last day at work was the 4th of July,
Okay.
and at work, I wasn't able to make my quota once I found out everything. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't able to make my quota and things that I do. They could tell that I was going through it, and they were very, sympathetic, which I appreciate that. But 4th of July was my last day at work, and I just basically took like a couple of days to really think about what I was about to go through. My mother would tell you I wasn't a nice person to be around. My girlfriend will too. It's just because I was fighting. We as women, when we don't can't control something, we fight it. You know what I mean? Instead of just going with the flow. And so I was fighting everything that was coming into my mind, into my head, and it was making me very depressed and not a good person to be around. I'm gonna be real, because I didn't want to accept what was given to me. And me, I'm the type, something happens, I'll find something to put in front of it and keep going. This ain't something where you can put something in front of it and keep going, like breast cancer. You know what I'm saying? I am the first in my family to have breast cancer. It's not something that is generational. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And so and then we're getting to the mental health piece, Morgan, I knew I needed to go and seek some help when I was destroying conversations and relationships to people very close to me, meaning my mom and my girlfriend.
Mhm.
And it was to the point, at one point I made my mother cry, and that's when I just like, Mom, I'm so sorry. There was a point where I broke up, didn't know what was going on. I broke up with my girlfriend, didn't have a reason why. I sent a text. So I knew that I needed to get help. And one of my friends, Lisa, had reached out to me, and she owns a um, mental health facility. She made sure I got the best. And at first, I was with one doctor, then I asked for another one, and I finally got with someone. I made a connection. I could see them,
Mm-hmm.
And it's just amazing. And then from there, I let her know that I needed more. I think I got, from talking with my girlfriend, I had some past trauma that I needed to deal with. And as I um, deal with my trauma from the past, it's turning me into a better person. I'm able to move now. I'm not in a depressed state.
Right, right,
What
right.
people saw on live, some could see the depression. I would cry all the time. But my getaway was the beach. That was my second office. My mom didn't like it. I used to go there every day almost. And
Good.
that was my getaway to start releasing things. But I needed that extra push. And I want people to know that we as black and brown people especially, and even men, we have to sit our pride to the side and know. She crazy. Yeah, Paris said the beach was dirty, but she crazy. Morgan, and I don't care, my beach. But we have to sit our pride to the side and deal with what's going on with us, because you can really destroy relationships with people who mean the world to you, who have been there. My mother didn't miss not one chemo appointment. She didn't want she was there for every appointment. When it got the radiation, I told her I got it because I wanted my mother to just have a break. Here I am, 50 years old, and my mother cared for me as if I was just like a baby.
Mm.
And I'm grateful for that, because a lot of people don't have that. Even with my every complaint, even with me saying I'm done, I'm not going back, my mother encouraged me to keep going. You know, like, I see why people quit. It gets me emotional now because of the many conversations my mom had to talk me into going to get my chemo, and then I know there was days I got there and I just snapped on them. I told them people, I control the narrative. This is my body and I'm not doing chemo today. I'm dry. All I want, can you give me some fluids in my body? Because I said, I feel like I'm about to die. So once a week I get hydration. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't realize that I was driving my mom crazy. She would call my girlfriend. So yeah, but that's that.
Wow. Wow. I'm glad that you were, able to find someone. It takes sometimes it's a process, and a lot of people don't understand that, like, it takes some time to know whether or not, a professional is it for you. And it's okay to have multiple ones, because not every therapist is the same, nor do they deal with the same, things.
Mhm.
So, and sometimes, there's certain ones that can only get you to a certain level, and then you've got to, find someone else as well. But mental health is big on that, especially when it comes to, yes, relationships. Um, but then, also when it comes to your business. But just the same as God has provided as far as your finances and stuff is concerned, it doesn't mean that because you're working, or I mean, because you've had to halt your communal work, or it's had to slow down to fit the pace of what you're able to handle right now.
Mhm.
As the theme in a lot of our other shows, there's still a lot of that gets done in that waiting, and in that, that stillness that's there.
Right.
I'm glad that you are taking yourself and, your health as a priority, and that you are leaning on, your God to be able to provide at this time, And I think that just that faith, I believe that faith right there is what just continuously, blesses you. But to then also see and have all these other people, talk about that for a minute, like all of these people, like it's gotta be a great feeling, because sometimes you feel like your work is in vain, or it might go unnoticed, or not a lot of people, sometimes even people don't even appreciate it, and you know what I mean. And you have always struck me as somebody who would do things nobody knows, and you're not looking for the praise. It's just because this is what I want to do. So then to turn around and then actually be in need, and to see, like, before I even knew anything about House of Peach, I heard about Fight Like Smack. And I would be like watching, I was like, why do I keep seeing these pink gloves all over the place? What the heck is this? It literally made me go look and be like, who and what is this all about? And I've been hooked ever since, which, like I said, once again, small little world.
Yeah, Fight Like Smack. Big shout out to Peach for pushing me. I've always, you know, my fight has brought out a beast in me. I've like a new revelation, and I know that this whole time I was holding myself back, and now I'm not holding myself back from anything. And you gotta have I owe a lot to my mom and my girlfriend. My girlfriend, Queen, especially, Pierce, I call her Queen, y'all, so that I don't want nobody thinking, I got more than one. But I call her Queen, and she pushes me because she sees more in me than what I at times see in myself. I see it now, and it feels great. You know, it feels really good to have someone there to support you after all the mess I done took her through with me in my battle. Never knew how worried she was. I never thought about her feelings, and hearing her on I can't remember, it was an interview, or she was talking to a friend about, oh, it was on her live. I was hearing for the first time how she felt when she found out, I had breast cancer. And so, I'm really like thankful for her. I have to put that out there. She's a big force behind turning Fight Like Smack into a nonprofit. Not ever have I ever thought that I could be the entrepreneur that I am today. And she's given me a lot of tips. We talk about a lot of things, and I am so, appreciative. We big shout out to my friend Carla. We rolled out these limited edition Fight Like Smack coffee mugs,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah, I like that.
yeah, we were talking the other day, and I kind of want to bring those back, those limited edition Fight Like Smacks, because only I believe like 20 some were done. I can't remember. And we sold out of those within like 2 days.
There you go.
Sold out of them. And so, that's going to be one of the things that we continue to carry in the store once it gets open. And then also the t-shirts and the hoodies. I'm gonna find a new vendor to do those for. That's gonna give me a great price, and hopefully, same deal like I had before. Portion of the proceeds go back into the nonprofit itself. So that's what I'm thinking about doing.
Remind me to hit you, because I've got a great person. She does my shirts.
Who's that?
I said the girl who does my shirts. Her name is Lizzie Galib. I will definitely give you her information.
I appreciate
Great
that.
quality stuff, and very fast turnaround.
Black and brown business.
This one actually is not, but I do have another one that is. I know.
Okay, not
For
I'm
you,
not. I'm
but
not.
I know I typically
I'm all about
merch,
supporting the
Mhm.
black and brown business. While I was down, I did a lot of reading,
Mhm.
and you know, um, our black and brown businesses need to be a part of the chain in each city. So when these big companies are looking, or even the city or the counties are looking to have work done, they need to start looking at minority small businesses and letting them get a piece of the pie. I'm just saying.
I agree.
I've been doing a lot of reading in my downtime, and that's why I'm so passionate about, supply and diversity, why I'm so passionate about economics and making sure small business owners and entrepreneurs get their piece of the pie too. Um, and also, most definitely, while I was down, I did a lot of training, Morgan, and learn how to, hone in on some of my skills I was lacking. And so I went to an Ella J. Baker community organizer. I did an online course with Shanae Darby.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you, I every day, I mean, even though the class was one day a week, and it was, I probably had just got chemo, but when I knew it was time, there was times I took that class right from the bed, but I left the way feeling empowered, and that's why I continue to fight like I do out here in these streets. You feel me? So
That's
why I
good.
continue to be the advocate and advocate for those who cannot. And during that time, I became a part of a lot of organizations like Homes Campaign, helping with the homeless, and learning a lot about how bills and laws are passed. You know.
Yes, 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 yes. Perfect. I well, I have 90% of my collaborations are with black and brown people. Um, I would love any kind of recommendation for someone who can do bulk with the numbers that you know what I mean. I'm looking for. So, and that's what I typically suggest. You know what I mean. Like as at the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day, I'm also a businesswoman. So, I look and I'm like, if I can find until I can find someone, then I will do that. Now, don't get me wrong, all the rest of my shirts are made by all black and brown people. And yep, I'll give you $25 for one shirt. I'll give you $45 for one shirt. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm also not going to pay you $45 and I need 20 shirts. That's
Right.
not business practice. So,
Nah.
you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
those are the things that, like, and these are conversations that for me, I also would like to be able to bring into the black community because you've got
Mm-hmm.
to be able to see that for me, from one business to another, you know what I mean? This is the chains. I remember one time I had put into a very large black entrepreneur group. Hey, I would prefer not to go to Five Below. Who's got decent quality graphic tees that I, can be able to get around the $5 price point? It's a very solid question, right?
Right.
I got Tor a new one.
Really.
Yes. Who everyone's always asking for a discount. I wasn't asking for a discount. I wanted somebody with a $5 price point. I bought $5 t-shirts from small businesses before. Shoot, I'm sorry. I'm just like a lot of our other our other guests. I'd sell paparazzi, which starts at $5. It's a $5 price point. But if I can go to Five Below, I'm sure there's somebody here where, I mean, I don't know. Does it make sense?
Makes
He's
sense
like,
to
well,
me.
every one of my shirts are $7 a pop. I'm like, well, if you are selling hundreds of t-shirts, I don't know if I'd be paying $7 a pop unless it's like pashmina, it's something, you know what I mean? But not like a Gildan. Don't pay $7 for a Gildan.
Mm-hmm.
Like not when I can see these, ads here where you can get them for $3.99, you can get them for $2.99. You know what I mean? I know there's different quality of shirts. There's the t-shirt game is what it is,
Yeah.
but to have something for every price point,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, if I wanted to shop all black and I need a graphic tee and a dope graphic tee at that, who's got one for $5? This is a
Right.
group of thousands of entrepreneurs. I literally shut the comments off after a while because they just got mean.
They was coming at you, huh?
And I was like,
But
thanks. I'll go to Five Below. Like,
right.
goodness gracious.
Like probably a group like that, they're probably all just starting off. This is the way I'm gonna look at it. They're probably all just
Mhm.
starting off. And they probably haven't gotten their clientele to where they can, they didn't even know if you were just trying to buy one or you're trying to buy 100.
Right,
Right.
exactly. But
And so
no one asked that. But you
no
don't
one,
know. If I'm out here shopping right now, and especially at a $5 price point, like I said, learning, selling paparazzi, you typically are getting anywhere between 4 to 6.
mm-hmm. Yeah. I would probably have asked, well, how many t-shirts are you buying? And I'll see what we could do to get it down to $5. But for just one shirt at $5, I probably wouldn't if I'm the one that's printing it. That's why you should
Right.
always have a broker. And printing, I have a broker, and I was heavy into graphic designs and also printing for people. I was shutting everybody down because they was wondering, how are you selling 1,000 business cards for $20? Easy. I have a broker. I'm a broker. So as long as I bring them a certain amount of business, this is the price I get it for. I make my money on the design, not the printing, because I'm not printing it.
There you go. See,
You
that's
just
it.
got to be a broker for some of these t-shirt companies. And if your business is a t-shirt, and I mean, it's just common sense. If t-shirts is what you do and you're buying from this company thousands of t-shirts a month, you know what I mean? You can afford to give someone who's going to be buying 100 small t-shirts. Let's say
Mhm.
all of them were size small. And you're putting one color print on, I can see $5. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I'm just saying. But
Yeah, absolutely. See, but that was a little knowledge that was dropped there.
little
Well,
gem.
we are unfortunately coming to the end of our show, but
Mhm.
I have 2 questions for you. Give
Mhm.
us give us an encouraging word, but then also when it comes to breast cancer, what kind of message would you like to be able to
All
share?
right. So my encouraging word is, if you're fighting, one thing that I always tell people, no matter what you're fighting or trying to, you're dealing with something in your life, whether it's, in my case, it was breast cancer. Don't give up, keep pushing. It may get hard at some point, but you have to push through it. You know what I mean? If you're in pain or whatever, try to occupy your mind. That is something that I have mastered. Once my girl told me, take your mind off the pain and put your mind on something else, was able to get through a lot of, especially the radiation, a whole lot, better. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I feel like radiation was worse than chemo. So my advice to people, no matter what it is that you're fighting, whether it's your mental health, don't give up, keep pushing through. And always remember that you control the narrative of your health. It's your body. If something is too strong or you just need a day off, it's okay to take that day off. You may need that to think, am I doing the right thing? You know what I'm saying? And always remember, you're not alone. Now, as far as breast cancer, I got to give a big shout out to all the baddies out there and the group that I belong to. You know what I mean? Breast cancer baddies, how y'all doing? I got hair now, got a little shape up, back to smack. Want to let everybody know that cancer survivors, warriors, those that are out there, like, yo, man, take that knowledge that you use to get through your treatment or that you're using to get through your treatment and pass it on to someone else. Encourage, especially our Black and brown people, to go get their mammograms. And I want to say to all of my stud friends out there, we're still women. Please go get your tatas checked. If I'm not mistaken, during my treatment, they moved the age up to 43, is it? Or 45? They moved the age up. breast cancer is really big and very heavy in the state of Delaware and surrounding areas. But we don't even have enough doctors to deal with breast cancer in Delaware. You know what I'm saying? So, what I'm telling you is that in the state of Delaware, every hospital that's in Delaware offers free mammograms. You just need to call and find out, call the outpatient to see what day are they doing the free mammograms and make sure you can call and get on that list. It's a free mammogram. Go get your tatas checked. Let's not wait until, last minute. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and handle it. We need to handle it. And that's for men too. Men do get breast cancer as well. So that is what I'm trying to encourage people to do. That's what Fight Like Smack is all about. It is education for our Black and brown people. Okay?
Yeah. Wonderful, wonderful. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. That's a great tidbit. Yes. Go and get it done. Go and get it done. I've actually known some people who are around even my age, and I'm still under the 40 mark, who have dealt with breast cancer. So I am a firm believer in just taking care of yourself and making sure that you do those exams,
Yeah.
before that, because, it's better earlier than later.
Yeah.
I've lost a lot of, family and loved ones to breast cancer. I know it's not a joke. So I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're taking care of yourself. And I'm glad that you are continuing to go.
Thank you.
Hello to Facebook user, and thank you DC Kool-Aid and Lisa Productions for showing us some love. Thank you.
Yes.
You.
Hey, DC Kool-Aid, that's my homie. Yeah. Yeah.
So, like I said, like, share, subscribe. There's going to be a QR code that's up there. You can definitely be able to scan that. That lets you know what exactly we are doing here at House of Peach, and specifically on the show, Hop the Series. Next week, April will be back, and we will be doing our He Said, She Said segment. And we will unveil exactly what we will be talking about tomorrow. Because I just got back from Disney and I don't know. And I still have to tell Smack anyway. So, I was like, I'll figure that out tomorrow. And then we will let you guys know. This way you can be able to tune in if you would like to be a part. This is for both male, female, non-binary. We really don't care. We like everyone's opinion in on this. We will be able to, like I said, share the topic, and then you guys can either be able to come in just like Smack is here, and you can just be in the conversation the entire time, or if you wanted to just pop in to say, give your 2 cents and then pop out, that's totally fine. But we will make sure that you get the link so that you can be our participant in next week's show. That is 7:15 on Tuesdays. So, thank you very much. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
And I can't wait to see you soon in real life, though.
Huh?
I said I can't wait to see you soon in real life, though.
Oh yeah, you'll be seeing me soon. You guys take care. Thank you for having me.
Exactly. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next week.
Glow.